Welcome to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus Wiley doing the old man Ben Gay, elbows up, Snoop Dogg look. You can tell Snoop getting old. Every time he crip walk down, his feet don't move. Just yeah, nephew. I'm like, that ain't it, Snoop. Keep it going, homie. Oh man, gonna have a great show because we always have a great show. Damn it, because we talk real. We talk that truth over here. But you know what we got to start off with? What's up with that dude? Let me tell you. All right, yesterday I went to my country club. Yes, I am a member, Pastor Grey Poupon at a country club. I feel good about that. Forget y'all, I'm from Compton. Now I got 2 C's. Country club, right? Oh man, I'm happy. Met my business manager. Another thing to be proud of, right? My business manager, he looking at me like, dog, you spend too much money. Either make more or spend less. Like, damn it. All right, I was like, that is called a wife. She is doing her thing right now with the credit card. They besties. But no, we had a great meeting. We haven't seen each other in forever. He represents all these mega artists out there too. I would say his name, but then y'all gonna follow him and Google him and then be talking about me. He don't need all that in his life, but that's my dude. Shout out to Amir, we had a great time. After that, came home, you know, do the kid thing, had to pick him up, all that stuff. We went to basketball evaluations. So I am Phil Belichick. That's what they call me, right? Y'all know we won a championship in football, but we also were in the championship, we lost. In basketball, my son's in the 1st grade. He's a beast. He was the #1 ranked player of 7-year-olds at this park last year. I thought that was good. I took a picture. I was proud. I was like, yeah, my boy ranked #1 of 100. Yeah. I was like, yeah. So he had his evaluations yesterday. He looked really good. He's been working on his right hand because he's a lefty. Yeah, I know. Play baseball, right? But he's a lefty, and now he's worked on his right hand. We have this app. I'm going to give it free plug. It's so amazing, called Dribble Up. They have all types of sports, but basketball, Dribble Up app. They just look at an iPad, and this virtual coach pops out, and it's like, yo, let's do this, let's do this. And MJ just be like, yeah, let's do this, let's do this. And he's gotten a lot better. He killed his evaluations. Other than that, my mother-in-law went on a date. Ain't that rando? Like, she's from Vancouver. She met a dude when she was in Mexico a few months ago, and they met up in LA because he's out here for business. And she comes back, she's all pumped and stuff. Now, respectfully, she's a widow. Her husband passed away a few years ago, so this is kind of like her first rebound attempt. And she comes back, she's really excited. I'm listening to the story. You know, on the inside, I'm just dog cursing myself. Why am I stuck listening to this lady talk about some date? She's 70 years old. I don't want to hear this. But she's telling me how excited she was on the date. Turns out the dude is a football coach. Turns out he's coached at like UNLV, Georgia, and all this, and he knows me. So she's like, half the conversation was football and me. She knows nothing about football. She barely knows something about me, and it was just hilarious hearing them talk about her talk about that. So that was cool. Crash, you know me, had me some anejo, watched BMF. I'm at the finale, the last episode. I'm right there. And that would be it. I crashed and had a great day. So now let's get into this story. Let's get into this show. Leo Messi. I saw a video and a picture of Leo Messi just trying to go to dinner. You imagine you got reservations. Hey, honey, reservations at 8 for 2. Okay, we're going to Mastro's. Lovely, lovely. And you show up at Mastro's and you're not met by valet. You're met by the whole city of Los Angeles. Like, that's what happens when Messi goes to eat in Argentina. I couldn't believe how many people were out there. It was like they opened up SoFi, Crypto, the Forum, Rose Bowl, and they said, everybody go outside and meet Messi while he goes to Mastro's. It was crowded. Couldn't believe it. So Leo, first of all, let's get the name right. Is it Lionel or Lionel? Because if it's Lionel, he black. Like, first of all, Lionel Messi is a black Argentinian. I don't give a damn. His name can't be Lionel. It got to be Lionel or something, right? And side note, I am going to see Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind, and Fire come September to LA, and I will be crying because I love me some Lionel Richie. I digress. So now I'm trying to compare who is as big as Lionel Messi in this world. Like, who the biggest stars in the world? You go to social media, they're going to tell you it's Kim Kardashian. Nah, I ain't believing that. I knew Kim Kardashian pre-Kim K, like the stardom, LA girl, just homie, married to my homeboy who's a producer. Y'all Google it, y'all figure it out. Nah. And I've seen her since I've done event. Nah, it can't be her. But it made me go into my archives. Who are the 5? And I want y'all to rank them on social. I'm going to be in the comments. Y'all know me. I'm in them comments. Give me the top 5 in the order you think it is and the honorable mention. These are the guys that I've been around, or gals, that I've been around recently that I know are like mega stars. But who is as close to Lionel Messi? Beyonce. Yep. Jay-Z. Okay, I get that. Lil Wayne. All right. Well, so far, so good. I'm up there, right? The Rock. Okay, we got The Rock. Floyd Mayweather. And rest in peace, the late, great Kobe Bryant. Okay, y'all do the rankings, but let me just give you this. That Kobe experience was different. I've seen them all, but I don't know what it is. It's just like, it was more than just him. It was persona, mystique. Like, people were invasive in a way that they weren't around the others. But I'm going to look in the comments to see what you guys think about it. And it's funny because I'm a D-list celebrity, right? That means I get people go like this when they see me. They go, Marcus, like I get that, right? Or I get people that really do know me. Like, right, football dude, right, big guy, right? ESPN, I ain't been to ESPN in 5 years, bro. Like, oh yeah, you know, I get the hand claps, oh yeah. Or like, yeah. Look, it's okay. I'm fine with who I am. As long as I get a free drink once a month, I am fine being this level of celebrity. But looking forward to what you guys see. Not only in the story, look how many people meeting him at Valet. But in your world, or at least my world, rank them. Get me the top 5 and that honorable mention. All right, y'all. Coming up on Never Shut Up, it's time to go to another homie. I ain't mention him because he ain't really that famous, is he? Chrispaul. Yeah, he is. And he paid. That's the homie right there. But Chrispaul, oh, the jokes. This dude got jokes. He sent his former teammate something that his former teammate says he actually needed. Let's discuss that next on Never Shut Up on Brinks TV and Reach TV. Oh, Snoop Walk. Oh, Snoop Walk. Welcome to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus Wiley. About to talk about Chrispaul, who I actually know, and I know him and his family. His parents, amazing. I mean, he is cut from the right cloth. And his brother CJ, whole family, man, just great. Shout out to them, Jada and the whole 9. But Chrispaul is in the news right now because Chrispaul sent his former teammate mikalbridges a football helmet to protect himself from Giannis. Now that's funny. That's just straight up funny. And y'all need to see the football helmet. Like, it's legit. I don't know if it's an NFL level helmet, but it's certainly XFL at least. Like, it is clean. It got the emblems on the side. It got Nets on it, the Brooklyn Nets logos. And you know that mikalbridges now being in Brooklyn is playing in the East. Well, you got to go through Giannis if you're going to win it all in the East, obviously. So Chrispaul gave it to him, and then Mikal posted it and had the quote, "Good looks, though. I'm going to need it," with laughing emojis. Like, he laughing, but he laughing at his pain that he know that's coming because Giannis don't play that. We know how the Greek freak rolls. He gets in that paint, and that dude, his athleticism is next level. Matched with that intensity, oh, you're going to have to deal with it. Now, the beauty of this show, one of our superpowers is we can take any headline and take it anywhere, right? We're not caught up in like, let's just do what mass media needs to do, or those confines or the same old talking points. So I took this 2 different ways. One, I want to talk about the best and worst gift I ever got from a teammate. You guys think about yours as well. And the best gift I ever got from a teammate, now remember, I was a defensive end. Okay, so the only gifts you ever hear about in the NFL are either the quarterback or what? The offensive line that protects the quarterback. So the quarterback got all the money, at least more than everybody else. Everybody in that locker room got some money. But he has the most, and then I need to pay the guys who not only protect me, but also the guys who don't get the love, the attention, the accolades, the headlines. So that's in part why they really spend big on their offensive line. Not just the protection, because if I'm an offensive lineman, I'm like, yeah, dude, use your legs sometimes. Run out the pocket, damn it. Get rid of the ball. Like, it ain't all on us. So it's not just that. It's the fact that O-linemen also don't get any love. So he like, here you go, Rolex. Here you go, whatever you want, vacations, etc. Well, being a defensive end, ain't none of that ever happened. Let me just tell you, the best gift I ever got was actually not from a teammate. It was from my agent. And this was my broadcasting agent, Nick Khan, who now, I guess he runs WWE. He's the president or he's the co-founder. Like, he's next level. I don't know what he is now. He's just the CEO of WWE. He's running that. Vince McMahon, you know what happened, his daughter, I don't know. But Nick Khan, Cobra Khan as I call him, next level salute. Like, no better person on this planet than Nick Khan. Guess what he gave me though? And he gave it to me like 10 years ago. He was investing in me. That's when we first started our relationship. You always get the good gifts early, right? He got me, and I used it just this weekend when I was in New York. And the only time I use it is when I'm taking these quick trips and I ain't got to check luggage. A black Gucci like rolling set. So it has this huge, like, it doesn't even look like it's a carry-on, but it is. Because if you're sitting in first class and you got the black Gucci, they can't question you. I think that's against the FAA rules or something. So anyway, so I got this big old, it's bigger than me. It's bigger and blacker than me. It's this big old black Gucci thing. And then it has a bag with it too. So you know every girl in the world just be looking at me like, oh, he got the big black Gucci. And it's funny because I'm 48. I am not into name brands. I'm almost anti-name brand a lot of times. I like being understated. I like wearing simple shirts that I make up, shirts that I just sell online. Like, I'm Walmart, back of Walmart now. Like, I'm comfortable in Target. And I'm like looking at this bag and I'm rolling it. And it's the only time where I get a little flossavelli. I get a little high on my horse. And I'm walking through the airport and I know damn well everybody looking at me. Because not only I got a hoodie on, got my AirPods in, so I look real athlete. And then I got on my Crocs with my socks. So Crocs with socks mean, oh dog, he got a contract somewhere, right? So I'm crocking and socking. And then I'm walking with the hoodie on with the AirPods, head down like I'm in the video. And then I got the black Gucci rolling. So that's the best gift I ever got. Thank you, Nick Khan, my dog. Worst gift I ever got was a tie between an autographed ball from my teammate. I'm like, dog, we all on the same team. You give me a ball of all our signatures? Actually, it was kind of smart. It was forward thinking. But at the time, I was like, man, damn. That's all you could think of? Like all of our signatures, including mine on here? Whatever. That and my coach. Coach Ray once got me a position picture. So, you know, there's 8 defensive linemen, the tackles and the ends, and we took a picture together like this, yeah. And then he gave me that picture. Yeah. All right, that was the worst gifts. Okay, but the other part of this story I thought was interesting is how Giannis is really threading that line, that thin line between love and hate. Like people, it seems like players, fans, no one has the full love and respect for Giannis and his greatness and his MVPs and his championship. It seems like there's always a joke in there, always a poke or a prod at Giannis, right? And I wonder why. Is it because, let's just be real about Giannis, he's not super skilled. Like, you know, we talk about the greats. He's a great. And then you look at those greats, you're like, maybe he's just tall and runs faster and jumps higher. Like, talented, but skilled, you don't see all the moves. I've heard a lot of NBA cats criticize his skill level, right? Maybe it's because he's a foreign player. But then I was like, nah, that ain't right because people love Luka, and I know they used to love Yao Ming, so maybe it's not that. Oh, it's racial. He's a foreign black player. Yeah, that's the problem. Oh, sorry, paging Hakeem Olajuwon, paging Dikembe Mutombo. No. So no, it's not because he's black and foreign. Maybe because he kind of virtual signals a little bit through his work ethic and no super team. I'm anti-super team. Stay still and win the championship. It comes through me. It comes to me. Maybe some guys are a little jealous of that. I don't know. Because it does seem like sometimes his mantra is I work harder or I'm more loyal than you guys, etc. Maybe it's just a little from column A, column B, and column C. All I know is if I ever saw Giannis in the airport, he don't need none of that uniform I got on to get the love I got, plus some. I got respect for the Greek freak. Y'all need to put some on his name too. Coming up next on Never Shut Up, oh man, the story that doesn't stop storying. Jamorant. All right, he has some words, some good quotes about where he is right now and where he's been in terms of the counseling. Let's discuss that next on Never Shut Up on Brinks TV and Reach TV. Welcome to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus. Wiley about to talk about, it seems like in media of late, my bestie, Jamorant. I have been asked, I have talked about Jamorant more than I think than anybody. Why? I just think it's a fascinating story. Not just because of his influence, but of his potential impact. This dude has the culture in a chokehold right now. People are just mesmerized by him, especially the young, the youth. And when I know I got the ears of the youth, oh, bruh, the reverend in me, the preacher in me is going to come out because a lot of lessons can be learned in this moment. Let's talk about Jamorant, who went out there and said, quote, I don't have an alcohol problem. Never had an alcohol problem. I went there for counseling. Now, I read it in my tone, but just looking at those fragments, those phrases, it sounds like he might have came out and said it in that spirit, in that tone. You watch it for yourself. To learn how to manage stress and cope with stress in a positive way, instead of ways how I tried to deal with it before that caused me to make mistakes. Okay, let's start there. I like it. I like it because Jamorant is now at least trying to about face and acknowledge what he's been through, what he's done. And he's also in a position where, yeah, I've done some wrong, but that doesn't mean everything you're saying is right. And you ever been in a position where you've done something wrong? It could be with your wife, it could be with your homie, and then all of a sudden you almost feel like you got to take the avalanche of criticism because you did something wrong. I like people in that moment like, nah, let's separate the goose from the gander, the real from the fake. I didn't do all of that. I did this, not all of that. Okay, but then someone, you know, social media got them CVS receipts, right? That long. Somebody posted a video of Ja on a private plane earlier this month, it looked like. Man, he was taking that Casamigos to the head. Now, tequila. It wasn't a shot. It wasn't shots. It was the whole gun store. Like, it was just like, what? The gun firing range. It was, I mean, he took like that much. Now, giving you perspective, I've seen Game, y'all know Game, the rapper. I've seen Game take a whole vodka bottle to the head. Does he have an alcohol problem? I don't know. I've never heard he did, but I've seen him do that live with my own eyes. Like nonstop chugging the alcohol vodka bottle. Crazy. But yeah, I've seen this. So I saw the video and I'm trying to reconcile it all. And I'm like, what we're really dancing around is what are the stressors of the job that Jamorant has. Because Jamorant is kind of leaking, telling you, yo, I've had to deal with stress, but it's met with so much resistance. Because people are like, dog, you're 23, making $200-some million, playing basketball, a child's game. What stress can you have? That's why we have this show. Let's talk about it, because we know more money, more problems. I don't necessarily believe that, Puffy, but he did say it. Let's talk about some of the stresses and problems that comes with money. Okay, the first stress of the job, once you get drafted, once you become a Jamorant superstar, is this. You made it. Yay! Party. Ah, yes, I knew you were going to make it, baby. And uncle like, boy, nephew, I told you. You know, all that. You got to go through all that. Everybody bet on you. Where the bets? Where the receipts? Nobody bet on you like you bet on yourself. But everybody going to remind you they did, right? Because they already forward thinking. They're already investing in you going forward. Make sure you kick back. I used to take you, boy, every practice that summer. You remember that? You remember that? What was that? You know, one of those. So John Moran is like, okay, I have made it, but now it feels like it's all on me. Think about it. Every single person you see, they're all banking on you. Banking on you. That is a literal expression, banking on you. Okay, so that's the pressure. Let's be real. All of a sudden, you check your P&Ls every month, profits and losses, and then you're like, damn, look how many line items, people that I am taking care of. Okay, that's part of it. Y'all remember in Menace Society when the original Rock, not Dwayne Johnson, like the original Rock, remember that show he had? Sharif's daddy in there, he said, the hunt is on, and you're the prey. And I remember when he said that, and I was like, damn. In some ways, that could be right. And this is one of those ways. The hunt is on because John Morant has made it. Now, who's the prey? John Morant. Every dude he meets. Is that dude a hater? Is that dude just a fan man? Is that dude a groupie? Or is he a yes man, or can he be the homie? Every single dude he meets, trust me, my little wannabe star self felt that a few times, and I was just me, a defensive end. Every girl he meets, oh, is she a trap? What's she in this for? How much she want? What transaction she need? What setup is coming? Whether it's real or fake, that's where your mind takes you, okay? So now you have all this going on, and then your mind is going through this balancing act of you trying to stay humble, stay who you are, but the world is telling you you way bigger than that, bruh. So now introduce the ego. And the ego is going to lie to you and say, since you're great at basketball, you're better at basketball than 99.99% of the people that have ever lived and tried basketball. You're better than all of them. So since you're so great at basketball, you're great everywhere else. You're great at everything else. Ooh, that ego will lie to you. Because you think, since I'm a baller, and you're sitting there like, yeah, man, look, I ain't got no problems. I'm good. I'm good. I could ball, right? And that's what he's going through in negotiation. I think the toughest thing for him, and I always harp on this, is the family dynamic. How that has shifted upside down, right? All of a sudden, you look at these situations. I'm going to break them down real fast. Let's look at a Kobe Bryant situation with his parents and family, a Grant Hill and his parents and family, and John Morant, his parents and family. In short, Kobe Bryant had a little issue with the family. Why? He 18, he a superstar. They trying to tell him how to live. They coming down hard on him. Hey, don't be marrying no video vixen, take your time, etc. That was whatever that happened, you saw the rift in their relationship. Grant Hill's parents, who continued to work. I actually worked with Calvin Hill before with the Dallas Cowboys. Continue to work, continue to do their thing. Raise Grant, do you, Grant? We don't need anything from you. You see how that turned out, right? And then there's a John Morant, whose father, T. Morant, is in some of these altercations with John Morant. Courtside beefing with opponents. Whew. You know, crazy. Mom's calling them from the finish line. Come handle this, whatever it may be. Different, right? And you can just see how those parents, whether you come down hard, you're still going to have some issues. You come down soft, you're going to have some issues. You just say, hey, do your life. I already raised you. Maybe that's the best version, Grant Hill's version of not having any issues. All I know is John Morant is saying he doesn't have an alcohol problem, and we all have our vices, so maybe he doesn't. I'm going to trust him and take him for his word until he breaks that word, if he ever breaks that word, and comes out with another bad headline. Coming up next on Never Shut Up, oh man, it's time to get real. It's time to get raw. Full episode time. Pat McAfee, the king of this on the net, says he's looking for a network job. What? McAfee, you going to the media, the masses? We'll see. Let's discuss that next on Never Shut Up, Brinks TV. See you tomorrow, Reach TV. It's an interesting story right here. Welcome to Never Shut Up, full episode, raw, real time, and let's talk about Pat McAfee. First of all, salute, my friend. I don't know if I've ever met him. It doesn't feel like I have, but I've been hitting the head a lot. But I got so much respect for this guy. We all know his road. As I read it, a guy who wanted to work at the major networks, ESPN, etc., wasn't given that opportunity, in part because he's a punter. Like, dude, we don't need punter stories up here, right? I guess that's what the boss's executives said to him. So he said, forget y'all, all right, y'all not gonna kill my dreams. So I'm gonna go on the internet, go independent, and just start talking and doing the show I wanted. I got $5 saved up from kicking the ball. Let's go. They should have invited him back. They should have said, you know what? Let's actually revisit this and hire him from Hello, because dog, killing it. Obviously, he has the FanDuel deal. And let me just start this off with a story. The story was this. I got a call maybe in 2018, 2019 from an audio agent that represented Pat McAfee, some capacity, I guess. Knew his story. So he's calling me. He's like, Marcellus, you need to get back to radio. You need to get back on audio. You need to do a podcast. And I was like, at Fox at the time, and I was like, man, being real, I was looking down on people on the internet. I was looking down on the podcast. I was like, man, what the hell? I'll do a TV show. And what he didn't know is, in my deal, they said I couldn't do radio anymore. They wanted me fresh and perky just for one TV show. And they paid me to not even think about it. Like, don't even think about radio. We're going to pay you like that. So I was like, all right, I was cool. I was comfortable. I was in that velvet coffin I always talk about, right? But I miss radio. I love radio. I didn't love radio's hours, 4 hours a day. And Max Kellerman and myself, Kelvin, etc. You know, it was just a lot of that, Travis. But I love the connection. I love, because me, you know me, I like to go off the rails. We ain't talking no story like this. Okay, it was third and goal. It was frigid temperatures. Nah, hell no. We talking about what I've been through, what you going through, and the experiences and the life that intersects every one of these stories. So I miss radio. This guy's like, yo, Marcellus, do that. And I said, all right, I'm good. And he's like, okay, a little fun fact and trivia. Let's have some fun. Who makes the most in your world? I was like, Colin, Skip, or Stephen A. At the time, it was like 8 million or something, 6 to 8 million. He was like, oh. He said, Pat McAfee making 10 already. I said, the punter? He was like, yes, Pat. I was like, what? And we all know now he making 3-4 times that. Crazy, right? So let's get into the story. Pat McAfee debates $120 million FanDuel decision. Quote, a lot going on in my life. Ooh, Pat. Earlier, he was reported as potentially walking away from the deal with FanDuel. I got a lot going on in my life. I got a baby girl on the way this past season. There was so much stuff off the show that had to be dealt with and handled. Interesting. He said his crew is very, very lucky to have a big audience for their show, but his numerous responsibilities are taking a toll. All right. There comes some problems with all that too, he says. Not problems, as he said, but obstacles. Oh, here we go, right? Like he is, much is given, much is expected. Much is given, much is asked for, right? We're in that space right now. He said what it comes with is a lot of busy work. Almost like time checked out from life. Oh man, starting to feel the weight of being the great. You know, that crown is starting to get a little heavy on top of that head. He said, I never had visions or thoughts that I would be a father because I always said that if I wanted to have a child, I would want to have generational wealth because I wouldn't want my child to have any of the stresses or anything that potentially brings into your life. Get it? He acknowledged that a lot of this comes with money, but it's not all perfect, not perfect. A lot of new problems, he said. He doesn't want to use his fatherhood as an excuse. I love this topic. He said, every time I fall in love with the idea that I'm going to be able to shape a human to help shape society, hopefully, but to do that, you got to be around. You got to be present. So in the effort to make my life a lot easier, I'm exploring the options of maybe joining a network or a family or a community that can handle a lot of the things that we're running into at this stage. Independence comes with a different set of circumstances and problems than does network television, right? Basically, he's like, I got to do a lot of this busy work. And over there, they got somebody employed to do that busy work. And that comes with its own set of problems as well, creativity, et cetera, the license to do what you want to do, et cetera. We can see the give and take of this situation. He said, look, let me just end it like this. It would be nice to maybe live just a little bit of life. So he has now got himself into consumed with work mode, not only doing the show, preparation for the show, but in post, you got to make these deals happen. You got to shake those hands. You got to go out there and fill in the blanks of you are independent. You only going to eat what you kill. And I think McAfee is like, yo, right now I can slay it all. But damn it, dog, it comes at a cost. And the one thing we don't get back is our time. As much as we think money is the cure-all, man, let me tell you, everybody got the same bank account when it comes to time in a day, 24 hours, right? But how you use it, differently for everybody. The president has 24 hours. The lazy guy that you know at work who never wants to do his work, he has 24 hours. Everybody has 24 hours. It's how you utilize it. And right now, he's feeling the demand of utilizing his to serve his independent space. Totally get that. Now, he said he's never going to leave YouTube no matter where he goes, if he goes. He's like, it's going to be on YouTube and it's always going to be free. Man, you know what's crazy about this story? The parallels to where I am in life in terms of mindset. And it's like Pat's trying to go back to the networks where I'm trying to leave the networks. But let's talk about the similarities in our paths. When you have kids, and I have 4 kids, he's going to have his first, it sounds like. Kids will do this to you. Kids will absolutely do this to you. They'll make you think about the life you're leaving and not the life you're living. I'm going to say it again. The life you're leaving, not the life you're living. So all of a sudden, you like just have this outer body experience of what am I doing for them? What am I leaving for them? Not what I'm up to. Now, when you're Pat McAfee, he's like, you know what I'm up to? Too much busy work. I need to have time and bandwidth for my kids. And that's what he's trying to prepare for. He's trying to plan for it. And literally, one of the conversations I was having in my last negotiations was about travel. And I was like, man, yes, I could travel. No, I can't travel. Oh, I could do the Michael Strahan plan. No, I can't do that. My kids are too young. I want to be there for my kids. And I felt those pulls. And you got to be there and got to be present. Who cares how much money you have? Your kids don't care like you care. They like, look, yeah, I want some Beyblades. Damn it, daddy, hook me up. Give me some more Legos, extra Legos, please. But at the same time, they just want your attention. They just want you to be present. They just want you to be involved, right? So Pat McAfee's trying to carve that out. And another thing about this that is interesting is, what will it do to the space? Both spaces, because Pat McAfee is doing the balancing act. We see him WWE, right? We see him on Saturday game day. We also see him every day on his YouTube channel, right? So it's like, what's going to happen with all of this? All I know is that Pat McAfee, man, salute to his perseverance, to his greatness. He carved a way, or at least he gave more courage to even guys like me to go out there and do it, because it's more lucrative, no doubt. At the top on the internet and at the top at the networks, no conversation. Not even a question who makes more. Like that agent told me, it's the internet. That's why in part I'm here, right? But at the same time, what I love also is that Pat McAfee has come to the realization is I've always bet on myself. So far, so great. I'm winning. Maybe he changes even the network in terms of what they're going to do in opportunities, how much they're going to pay, and also creative freedom. Maybe McAfee's going to be the one that changes that, or at least widens the border. I got to say it one more time. I love this dude, man. I love to meet you too, man. Give you a real salute in person because you're out there killing it. Keep slaying, big dog. All right, y'all. Y'all know how we end every show with a Wileyism. Yeah. Wileyism. I want to hear today. We're getting better with that song, even though it still sucks. Okay, you ready? Faith is belief in things unseen, and confidence is belief in things undone. Yes, Lord. Pastify, testify, yeah. Woo! Somebody hit the organ right now. Faith is belief in things unseen, and confidence is belief in things undone. Man, I love that. I you know me, I got to go tangent. I hate in church when I catch the cue from the pastor that he's looking at the organist like, yo, hit it right now. And the dude's like, ah! The dude ain't even feeling what the pastor's saying, but he just caught that cue like, okay. So I hate when it happens. I hate when I catch it at least. All right, faith is belief in things unseen. We already know that. I mean, from Bible and just everything we've had in our life. You got to believe in the things you want, even if you can't see them right now. But confidence is belief in things undone. Oh, wait a minute. Means I haven't done it yet, but I still believe? Yes. Pat McAfee going to the major networks now. Confident. Knowing he's going to do it. Even if he can't see it yet, how it's materializing. Me coming to the internet. Y'all know I hit 50,000 subscribers in 68 days. I don't know if that's great or good, but I know it ain't bad. People getting me like, damn, your channel growing. I'm like, man, that's love. Appreciate y'all. I knew it was a space out here to just say it like we say it. See it like we see it. Stop all that BS. Stop all that we gotta argue. Ain't everything an argument. Let's just learn from it or unlearn from it. So 50,000 plus and 68 days. Salute to you guys, man. I had faith. Also had confidence because faith is belief in things unseen. And confidence is belief in things undone. All right, man. I hate you guys. I just heard from Courtney that was my worst organ sound ever. Well, I have nothing else to compare it to. I'll do another one later. That'll do it for today's episode of Never Shut Up, y'all. Much love to y'all. Y'all know me. Time to go in them comments and neglect my kids. Let me stop. I love you guys for it all. Keep it going. Keep it rolling. Never shut up. Get your merchandise. MarcellusWileyShop.com, BrinksTV.com. We are out here in these streets. See you tomorrow. Peace.